One was to either have a large-scale food children in these communities, that is door-to-door distribution. The other is a designation of a center where these food rations can be picked by the households where these children belong. These children are within a community. The cooks we are going to use, the school headmaster, they all know these children where they come from. So it's for the distribution of the rations, and we are going to be very mindful of the social distancing. We're not bringing the children to the school. There must be a way to give this food anyway.
Are you hearing that? There must be a way. There must be a way to give the food. Whether there is pandemic, there must be a way to give the food. You hear it? Why can't there be a way to give the food when you are looting $2 million every day? Of course. You have to manufacture a way. There must be a way to give the food because $2 million every day is involved. Now watch.
Go and take it door to door. You are still using people to go and do it. Or you have it in a center where people will come and pick, minding the social distancing. Or we distribute vouchers to these households where these children come from. And then we have a designated a shop or trader shop where they can pick these rations. We're going to use the vendors that already are accredited. They are the ones that provide this food materials to these cooks that they cook. We're also going to use our own personnel. We're going to use the community service development program personnel that we have in every community to do all this work. The work has to be done, and we must find a model to do it. And we have all agreed with the governors that this is the modality we are going to use to distribute this food. We are not bringing the children to give them this food. So this is what we are going to do, Your Excellencies. And secondly, on the issue of the food, 150 trucks of rice that is supposed to be distributed. Yes, we are distributing this rice to all the states of the Federation. This one that comes from the custom, but as the chairman mentioned, the one from the General Grains Reserve, we're starting with the 3 affected locations, then to the frontline states, and then other states as the case may be. But you must be also mindful of the fact that it cannot go around. This 70,000 metric tons we are talking about, how much is it? Even if it's just for FCT, it will not go around. We are talking about really reaching out to the poor and vulnerable people in our society. So we must start from somewhere, really. I'm glad to know that Mr. President has also approved that there is stock at this grains reserve. On this,
somebody is asking whether I am comparing thieves or I am advocating for a breaking up of a rogue Nigeria. Of course, I am advocating for breaking up of Nigeria, and the reason why I am advocating for breaking up of Nigeria is because one of the reasons, because there are, if I begin to talk about the reason, I will bring one day. One of the reasons is what I'm showing you now. I am showing you that Nigeria breeds criminals. I am showing you that Nigeria is rotten. I am showing you that Nigeria can never work again. I am proving to you that Nigeria has become irredeemable. I am telling you now that anybody that is supporting one Nigeria is a criminal. I am telling you today that anybody that is supporting one Nigeria is either already a criminal or he is planning to join the criminal, or that the person is targeting getting the proceeds from the criminality of those already in the government of Nigeria. So the issue of whether I'm comparing the thieves here is not the question. What I'm trying to do and what I'm doing is for you to see the level of rottenness in Nigeria, for you to see this is in financial, the financial aspect of it. I'm not talking about the terrorists. I have not come to the terrorism. I have not come to the security. I have not come to other aspects, but I'm just telling you the corruption, the looting, the rottenness in the system has beyond redeemable. It cannot, Nigeria can never be redeemed again. So people should understand When we are pulling out of Nigeria, we are pulling out for good. Because in Nigeria today, it is impossible for you to go back to square one and start building data system in Nigeria. It cannot happen. You have people with different mentality. You cannot even keep data in the northeast and the northwest. So for northeast and the northwest being part of Nigeria already is a dead on arrival. Because if you want to start a data system, are you going to take the data of Boko Haram terrorists? Are you? Are you going to go to Sambisa forest to get fingerprint of Boko Haram members? You see? So in Biafra, for example, when we restore Biafra today, Oduduwa people restore Oduduwa, we are going to start from scratch. You are going to have your fingerprint taken. You are going to be documented. Everybody will be documented, and you cannot do anything without being documented. So if you are coming to open bank account, you cannot open bank account without having documented. You can't. You can't operate bank in Biafra if you are not in the data system. You can't. You can't do anything in Biafra if you are not in data system. So before you do anything in Biafra, we must verify that you are in the data system before you can do anything. Nothing will work for you in Biafra unless you first of all be in the data system. And in Nigeria, it is impossible. So now we have the time to build our nation. And why I'm doing this is that I am advocating for a total disintegration of Nigeria, not any refine in old bottle or wine, new wine in old bottle. No, I'm not for that. I am for total disintegration of Nigeria.
Issue of the cash transfer that was mentioned, I think I have explained this here. It is a system we made, the system that we inherited is cash disbursement, but we're working on improving it. So far, I have about 4 states, pilot states, that we're doing digital payment. On our own side, we make sure that we abide, we obey the social distancing. When I was in Anambra yesterday and Imo, the beneficiaries were at least 1 meter away from each other. But before you know it, people will come because the state is not observing any lockdown. People are out. We are stopped by a market side with the deputy governor of Imo State and bought banana and granite. So people are going about their normal lives in this state. Even in FCC now, the Senate President has mentioned, coming out from Garden Park to this place, there's traffic. So some of these things really, they are beyond us, but we have to carry out this responsibility, and there must be this service delivery to these people.
You see that? At the end of the day, she said nothing. The only thing that you can get from all this garbage she said was that there must be a way to share the money. There must be a way to share. Now I am going. It is time to get your popcorn. It is time to get your popcorn. It is time to get your water if you don't have popcorn, because I am about to begin to review the figures. Because I have done a lot of talk, I have shown you a lot of videos. So now let me go and start to. I think there is one more video I need to play. One moment.
House of Representatives on emergency and disaster management following a motion from one of the lawmakers last year on the need to investigate the federal government's social investment program met with the Minister for Humanitarian Affairs and the heads of the various empowerment schemes under her ministry.
According to the power given to this House in subsection 88 and 89 of the Federal Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that there will be need for us to investigate how much so far have we invested in this program? Are we doing well? Does it really worth it? Then what are the essence of this program? Can we justify the program? And also, most of this youth, they have been disengaged, most importantly, disengaged. And some of them are still going to work at their place of primary assignment, and they have not been paid their stipend.
At the cutoff date, on the 15th of every month, we cut off payroll. By cutting off payroll, we say, okay, these are the people that are working. We expect everybody to work. The only people that we do not put in payroll are those who, one, we have gotten reports from the states that they do not go to work.
This is a project that the government has put in place to alleviate poverty.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't allow it to die. So if we are getting complaints here and there, be prepared that those people will be invited and they will come and say one or two things. Those that are being owed and those that have no problem.
The committee also sought to know the financial and remuneration status of the newly created Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs.
Those working in the ministry have not received their salaries till now.
The ministry is not responsible of paying salaries.
No, what I'm asking is that they have not been paid of either interest or whatever.
The ministry is not responsible for payment of salaries
What of
of
interest?
the staff. We don't pay salaries of staff.
What of interest, Honorable Minister?
What? What of what?
I mean,
excuse me, please. I didn't hear stipends.
Yes, when issue to answer comes, your ear is blocked. You are not hearing again. They have to explain until you understand. Now, it is time for accountability. You don't hear again, but I believe this man will clarify the question again.
What did you
I said for the ministry.
Yes.
The interest for ministry, they don't get.
We have not received any interest.
So no money has been spent.
No money has come to the ministry. But
are you people hearing that no money have come to the ministry? Are you people hearing that no money have come to the ministry? Are you hearing? And she is trying to defend that the ministry doesn't pay salary. Are you people hearing that they are not responsible for salary and that the ministry have not received any money? Remember, why she is saying this is because she is sleeping with that man in Aso Rock that they say he is Buhari. That man in Aso Rock, she is sleeping with the man. They have married in secret, even though they have denied it and all that. But we have the rumors, we have evidence of a marriage, secret marriage. The video was there, everybody saw it. This is the woman, but now she can boldly talk. Listen to what she does.
for this purpose, for this program, the money is there already.
No, you don't understand what I'm...
It has been approved.
Honorable Minister,
yes.
Honorable Minister, what I'm asking is very simple. So you have not been spending money since you resumed in that office?
We have not received money since...
You have not been spending money?
Well, I have approved what came to my desk.
So what is stopping?
And I passed it to the permanent secretary. I was trying to explain to you, a permanent secretary has just...
What are you explaining? Did you hear people here? Did you people hear her? All these things she was denying, does it imply that she want to explain? She don't know what is impressed. Now she again turn around to say she was trying to explain. Somebody who say she don't receive money. Somebody who say she don't pay salary. Now they ask her, do you mean you have not spent any money? And she said she's trying to explain. What is she trying to explain? Now watch it again.
Resumed, and he had to also understand before you also.
When did you pass it to the PS?
I didn't sleep one day on my desk. So what else do you want to?
You're going to pay them?
We have approved this.
When are you paying them their stipends now?
Mr. Chairman, this issue came up about 2 weeks ago or so. I don't think the Empire people will still come out and say that we're not processing.
No, what I'm asking is, when are you paying them now?
We have paid them as far as we are concerned.
You have paid them.
The permanent secretary is here. Let him speak if he has.
Okay, the permanent secretary is here. Exactly. I was expecting this. The only thing they know how to do is when they come to this kind of place, they surround themselves with Yorubas and Igbos. They surround themselves with Yorubas and Igbos. When they cannot talk, when they cannot defend themselves, they will shift it to Yoruba. When they cannot defend, they will shift it to Igbo. But they are the ones sitting on in the millions. You heard me said $2 million every day. When it comes to giving accountability, they will shift it to Yoruba person. Now, the person you see sitting beside her is a Yoruba man. Now listen. You see that man? You see this man looking? This man is a Yoruba man. Now let us see who is going to talk.
Permanent Secretary, please.
I want to say that there are many steps, there are processes, for the payments, but there is no request for payments to the Empower beneficiaries. We've paid them. So there are processes, that
you have paid them.
Yes.
Okay.
I have no doubt.
We are going.
Now, did you hear that? The minister, who is the girlfriend of the man in Aso Rock, she don't know whether they have paid. She don't know whether they have not paid. But somebody now came to say they have paid. And when you go to check, you find out that they have not paid. If you go to check at the time of this testimony, believe me, you will find out that they have not paid any Empower. Now watch.
To dig deeper to ensure that it's a false accusation.
You see why we want Biafra. You see why you must desert the people that are carrying fire, that they want constitution amendment. You see why you must desert anybody that tell you they want to have Indibo in Nigeria. Do you see why you must desert them? This is the reason why we want our freedom totally from this kind of people. From the people that are controlling Nigeria, from the terrorists that are controlling Nigeria, from those who want to turn Nigeria into Islamic country. You see the reason why we are opting out of Nigeria. The impunity is too much. The shame is too much. Even people who most of Nigerians who just graduated from university can do better than this minister. Can do better. Better and better than this minister. But because she is part of the minority that controls the majority, and I call it the apartheid government, the apartheid regime. She come here now and she cannot defend herself. She wants somebody else to do the job. Now, I want you to, it is time to go. Let us go, because I have showed the videos and videos and videos, and I think it is time I go to the articles. Now I want you to read this with me, of course. One moment. School feeding, Nigeria spend 679 million naira daily. Yet 50% under 5 children malnourished. Now, I want us to read this. Indication have emerged that Nigeria might have higher increase in under 5 mortality at this crucial time of COVID-19 pandemic in the country, owing to distributions in health services and rise in preventable childhood killer disease like malnutrition. Already, high number of children are suffering the consequences of poor diet and food system that is failing them, according to the United Nations Children's Fund. Now, remember, this woman have just told you through his workers that they are feeding people in private schools. Now, I tell you, when you see this kind of report, is this report talking about children in private schools? The answer is no. Because there is no feeding. There is no feeding going on in private schools. All the money they are pocketing it, they have signed what we call Memorandum of Understanding with these private schools through the state government for them to come to witness that they are feeding children in their schools, when this feeding are not supposed to even go to the private schools, but they have signed an agreement with them so that anytime they call upon them, the principals of these schools, the owners of these schools will come to defend them that yes, they have been feeding the children in the school because they have pocketed the money, they have shared the money with them, $2 million every day. But remember here, they write 600 and something million every day. I'm going to prove to you where the $2 million is coming from. Now, they say the Punch gathered that despite the huge amount of money being spent on the school's feeding program, currently put at 679 million naira every day, which is about $1.73988 million daily. Did you see it? Here, they say $1.7 million every day. Did you see it? But I'm going to show you the calculation that make it not even 2 million. It's about $2.something million every day. $2.something million every day. But here you see how they write $1.7 million every day. This is every day. This is every day. Many under 5 children in the country are still malnourished, with COVID-19 pandemic compounding the problem. Now, you see why you cannot talk without Osinbajo. The Vice President Yemi Osinbajo had in 2018 said the homegrown school feeding program was aimed at increasing school enrollment and tackling malnutrition in children. At current number, the federal government spent more than $1.8 million every day, $1.8 million every day on the national feeding program, Osinbajo said. Did you hear it? Did you see it? More than they spent at the federal government spent more than 1.8 million. Now, in the other place, you just saw them say 1.7 something every day, and here they have increased it to more than $1.8 million every day. And I am telling you today, from my finding and from my research, they are spending over $2 million every day. And you are there talking about NDDC. You are there because the person in charge of this is not a Yoruba man or is not a Biafran. The minister is not from Niger Delta. If the minister is from Niger Delta, the story will be different now. If the minister is a Yoruba man, the story will be different now. Of course, Osinbajo is involved, and they have used that to cage him. So, you are seeing your country, people are dying of hunger, you don't have good road, you don't have good schools, and these people are making $2 million every day from the head of people that are dying of hunger. Children that don't have food to eat. They are sitting on their future. They are sitting on their food. And they are using these children to scam the government, to scam the people of Nigeria. And you wake up tomorrow to shout, and you want one Nigeria. You wake up tomorrow to say you want to restructure Nigeria. You wake up tomorrow to say you want Constitution of Nigeria. Why are you not talking about these people that are making $2 million every day on the head of innocent children? Now, this continues. He also said $180 million had so far been invested in the program. Are you people hearing it? Are you people hearing it? $180 million. See, look at it here. $180 million looted. And you know, when you see $180 million, it means it is over $200 million. You see? 100. Now, this is already half, more than half of Abacha loot returned. More than half of the Abacha. So you see, before the Abacha loot come to Nigeria, they have looted it. That is what I'm trying to tell you. What I'm trying to tell you is that before the Abacha loot even arrived Nigeria, they have looted it. Because that Abacha loot, you see, you hear them say they are going to use it for empower, and then before it entered Nigeria, they have looted it. So now they are telling you they have spent $183 million for feeding nobody. For feeding nobody. And this Farouk, and this Sadiya Farouk, the minister, you see her, you know, because going to Aso Rock and sleeping with the man in Aso Rock and dragging the man with Aisha. And then, of course, Abba Kaire was shielding her. But then, you know, it was Abba Kaire that cooked all these things. So you don't know what was going on. And nobody know who is backing her now. Nobody know, because Aisha don't like her. Aisha don't like her for the fact that she wanted to snatch the husband from her. So Aisha don't, of course, they are family friends, but the truth is that Aisha don't like her. So somebody must be backing her now. You know, since this case is not yet, you know, making wave. So somebody very strong in the cabal, she must have been settling somebody very, very strong in the cabal. So nobody is, because this case is supposed to be making wave in Nigeria airspace. And we have come to make it to start to make wave. Because as I'm doing this video, they are watching me. And believe me, they are watching me, and the conscience of those who are supposed to be making it go viral and make this wave in Nigeria, they are watching me. And after this video, believe me, you will begin to hear this, because I just started, this is day 1 of Sadiya. I am going to continue day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, until I get satisfied, until they begin to do something about her. So I have just started. What you are seeing today now is just a preamble. I have just started. Now, Osinbajo was quoted as saying more than 9 million primary school people were benefiting across 26 states where the programs had taken effect. Now, if they tell them to give you the 26 states now, you will not see, I don't know where the 26 states is taking place, where they get the 26 states from, because a lot of people are complaining they have not seen anybody coming to feed their children in school. Now, the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, which is this Sadiya, Disaster Management and Social Development, announced on Monday night, this is in 2020, that it would commence the homegrown school feeding program on Thursday, May 14, 2020. That is why you see a woman saying, no matter what, they must look for a way to share the food. So when you think that they must look for a way, it is not, she was not talking about looking for it. She was talking about they must look for a way to start looting the money, to start looting $2 million every day. $2 million every day. That is a very huge money. It's a very huge money. Do you know what the money can do? I have told you what the money can do. I have told you what $2 million can do in your community, in your various community. $2 million can alleviate the poverty of the people that are feeding their children. $2 million can alleviate their poverty. In fact, $2 million, bring it to the state, to one state. Bring $2 million. In fact, in 1 week, that $2 million you are paying in 1 week, you are using to feed them in 1 week. Bring it. That is $10 million every week. Bring $10 million. Bring it to one state. $10 million. We are not talking about 10 million naira. $10 million. Bring it to one state. Go to all the local government in the state. Look for all the villagers in that local government. Share that $10 million to them. Let them go into farming. You will see. You have the poverty and hunger will disappear the next year. The next year, the poverty will disappear. Because $10 million is a very big money. If you share $10 million in each state, not just going to government, you get a data of the people that are in the rural area, and they must go into farming to make sure they alleviate the poverty, share the $10 million to them, tell them to go and start farming, supply them with whatever they need to go into farming. Believe me, the next year, poverty will end in Nigeria. Poverty will end in Nigeria. The next year, you will see all those children that are not eating, that are hungry, they will be running and shining to school. Because food will be surplus. But you cannot do that. Can you? You cannot. Nigeria cannot do that. In Biafra, we can do that. But Nigeria, you cannot do that because the interest of the people is not a priority in Nigeria. Nigeria, you are not representing the people. Nigeria produce only criminals. Nigeria breed criminals. They are only interested in looting your natural resources. They are only interested in looting your money. Sadiya now, if you check now, because of course, as this thing is happening, they are learning. They are learning. So the looting is not, some of the looting are not in their name. They are using their extended families. They are using their friends. They are pumping money into bank account of their associate. They are using companies to loot. They are, a lot of things are going on. So they know they are, as the days goes by, the other people that are being exposed, they are learning from them. You see? But it is advice I gave now. Let them pump $10 million to each state, which is not even up to, if you pump $10 million to each state, 36 states, how much is it? How much is it? $10 million times 36. How much is it? Calculate it and let us see. $10 million times 36. Calculate this, how much is it? It is not up to what you have here. But that will alleviate the poverty completely. Completely. Because everybody in the villages, they will get share of the money in hundreds of thousands. They will get a share of the money in hundreds of thousands. Now they tell you that 2 million homes have about 2 million homes has about 12 million people. How can you have 2 million home or so and they have about 11 million people? How many people do you have? How many children do you have in one home to make it 11 or 12 million people? You see, all these calculations are just, what they manipulated, like they manipulate the result of election to be able to make the money more bigger. Now, let us. It said the program which would ensure the provision of food ration to school children at home would begin in Abuja and subsequently in Lagos and Ogun State before it would be extended to other states. Now you see it, each time they want to, they will say Lagos, Abuja and Ogun State. And it stops there. It stops there. Lagos, Abuja and Ogun State, and it stops there. You see? Every time. Because when you and okay, somebody say it's about 3.6 billion. So when you, every time they tell you is this and is that. Now watch. However, the State of the World Children 2019 Children of Food and Nutrition Report find that in Nigeria, 5 in 10 children under 5 are malnourished and stunned, wasted or overweight, while 3 in 10 children aged 6 to 23 months live in poor diet. Now, I don't need to read all this. Now, I want to delve into another article. Now you see this. Nigeria has queries 187 billion spent on school feeding program. Now, let this query be real. Let this query be real. Not because she is sleeping with the man in Aso Rock. You see it? 187 billion spent on school feeding program. 100 and see that. Meanwhile, we are talking about only 81 billion in NDDC. We are talking about 81 billion in NDDC. 81 billion. 81 billion. Meanwhile, in this place, they have squandered and looted 187 billion. Do you understand? Do you understand? Somebody say it's about 369 million. Yes. Even if it is about $369 million, even if it is about $369 million, let it be. But it will totally alleviate poverty in Nigeria. Completely. Completely. It will alleviate poverty if you pump $10 million to each state. Not each state, so that people will not pocket the money. Let the money goes to the people in the villages, in the rural area, and let them use it to go into agriculture. They will share that money. Let them share the money equal. Let it not be this one is more poor and this one is more rich. No. The people that are poor, they are poor. If you are poor, you are poor. So the money must be shared, and let them go into farming. Before you know it, the next year, believe me, nobody will be poor again in Nigeria. Nobody will be poor. So if you can squander and loot all this money they are looting now, you have already, if it is $369 million, what is it? All the money that I have recovered is more than that. The money that I have squandered here is more than that, combined. Now, I'm just telling you, 180 billion have been looted. So look at it. The House of Representatives has queried the expenditure of 186 billion reportedly spent by the federal government so far on school feeding program, and they have resolved to carry out a comprehensive investigation of the fund for accountability. So let them continue. Let them make sure that this fund, let them make sure that this whole thing is investigated. Let them probe whoever that is seen or found wanting. They cannot just put this under the carpet. They can't put this under the carpet. They must investigate it. It must be investigated and investigated good. The national coordinator of the school feeding program, Dr. Mrs. Sinkaye Timitope, and the National Safety Net Coordinating Officer, Mr. Yowa Opera, told the House Committee on Public Account that 64 billion naira out of 186 billion said to have been spent was spent on feeding the school pupils alone. You see that? The chairman of the committee, Honorable Busayo Oluware Oke, and other members of the committee expressed displeasure over the development, describing it as outrageous and unstoppable. You see that? Unacceptable. So now, if the committee have described it as unacceptable, why are you not talking about it? Why is it not trending? Why is Sadiya Farouk not trending on social media? Why is NDDC trending? Why is this media, channel television and all of them promoting the NDDC? Why is NDDC trending? Why is this Sadiya Farouk not trending? Why are people not calling her to resign? Why are they not probing her immediately? Why will she not resign immediately and face whatever that she have to face to clear all this whole mess? Why? So today, we are calling on Nigerians. Those of you that claim you are one Nigerian, we are calling on you to start the campaign that $2 million is being looted every day. And now, even the House Committee, they are now saying this is outrageous and unacceptable. So what are you doing? You are only looking for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are only looking for IPOB. You are only looking for Biafrans to attack. those who are fighting that they don't want to be part of this kind of criminal country. They don't want to be part of a country that is fantastically corrupt. They don't want to be part of a country that will be squandering and looting money meant to develop the country. We want a country we can be proud of. You see that? Do you see why we don't want to have anything to do with Nigeria? Do you see that? Because you are not shouting about this Farouk because the spirit of Nigeria runs in you. It is corruption. It is nepotism. You want to cover her because you are campaigning for one Nigeria. You want to cover her because you believe in one Nigeria. But when it has to do with people from your side, you have energy. When it has to do with Akpabio, you have energy. When you have to do with Pandey, you have energy. When it has to do with Niger Delta, you have energy. But now, look at somebody looting $2 million every day. You are not talking about it. You see it? Remember, I have condemned Akpabio. That is the difference between us, Biafran and Nigeria. We don't look face. We don't side. We don't take side. We are saying the truth and Biafra, and that is example what Biafra is going to be. We don't do nepotism. I have condemned Akpabio. I have made it rain on Akpabio. I have exposed Akpabio. I have exposed the committee. I have even talked on the Pandey. But today, I am telling you, why are you not talking about Sadiya and calling for her resignation? Why are you not talking about the minister and calling for her probe? Why are you not making it go viral? Why is he not trending? Why is the news not trending? Somebody said I should not drink the Coke. I told you to get your own Coke. I told you to get your own Coke. So go and get your Coke. But of course, we'll be rounding up because of the time. So, but let us go there. Consequently, the committee currently investigating the management and the utilization of the Presidential Task Force PTF COVID-19, however, demanded a complete project audit of the program immediately. The lawmakers were visibly angered by a document submitted to the committee which showed that the NICTO office received a credit of $400 million. Are you people seeing? One Nigeria people. $400 million credit. See it? $400 million. $400 million. Now tell me, you said it was $369 million. Now this office, these people receive $400 million. This is a country that is going to borrow to be able to fund their budget. Their budget. They borrow to fund budget. You see money. Are you hearing money? $400 million. And there is no good hospital. $400 million. There is no good road. $400 million. There is no school. $400 million. You are dying of hunger. You are waiting for one stupid politician to give you a job. $400 million. Somebody is somewhere sitting on it. Looting it. And this was from the World Bank. And then another $321 million from Abacha restitution, and another $400 million said to be balanced from the government equity fund. Now calculate this amount. $400 million plus $321 million plus another $400 million. Do you see that? You have about $1.something billion. Do you see that? Billion, not naira. billion. And this is a country that don't have money. This is a country that go to China to borrow. This is a country that don't have hospital, don't have road, don't have anything. But look at the money. I say calculate it. $400 million from the World Bank plus $321 million from Abacha restitution plus $400 million said to be balanced from the government equity fund. Calculate it and you give me the figure. And this money is something cash somewhere. It is not cash. $400 million by 2, which is $800 million. Plus another $321 million. Now, the national coordinator told the lawmaker that the feeding program had been ongoing since 2016, when the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs initiated it and had so far gulped 186 billion in totality. Are you people seeing? According to her, the budget breakdown shows that 63.2 billion, 32.2 billion, and 124 billion were spent by the office in 2018, 2019, and 2020 respectively. Other committee members, including Honorable Chudi Imo Anambra Abga, Honorable Mariam Onoha, and all of you. And then they went, Mama was visibly engraved and enraged as it was documented that 200 pupils from different families had been benefited from it, from Ihala local government of Anambra State, which he refuted. You see that? The person from Anambra State, claimed that 200,000 benefited. You see that? 200,000 benefited from Anambra. They wrote Anambra Ihiala. Somebody say I should calm down pronouncing this sort of money. I am pronouncing it. It is the money that you have in your country. The money is there in your country. This is just part. This is just small of the part of the money you have in your country. The country that is borrowing for your budget, for their budget. I did not say it. The money is there in your country. So because you don't know, because some of you that are shouting One Nigeria don't know this. You need to know it. You need to know the reason what we have seen. And I am just telling you about one person. This whole story I am telling you today is just about one person. Only one person. Because these are the things you people don't know. And every time you come, you say, Nigeria, Nigeria, Nigeria. You see why Nigeria cannot work? And then you say, this Biafra, Igbos don't love themselves. Who tell you Igbos don't love themselves? Are the Igbos only Biafra? Biafra is scattered everywhere. You see the map of Biafra. If you want to know the map of Biafra, go and check the Eastern region of 1954. 1954. Go and check the map of the Eastern region of 1954. 1954, when you have the old Eastern region. Go and check and you have an understanding of where the Biafra, who is Biafra and who is not Biafra. So when we are talking, you are shouting One Nigeria, because you are ignorant, because you don't know what Nigeria is. If you know what Nigeria is, you will not have shame to even open your mouth and say Nigeria, because the shame will not let you. And that is why we are doing this, so that you understand the impunity in your One Nigeria. You understand the impunity. And do you know why this is not trending? It is not trending because the Farouk, the Sadiya Farouk is a northerner. The Sadiya Farouk is from the northeast and from the northwest. Because I call her northeast and northwest, it is the same people. But if it is happened to be Adekule, if it is happened to be Okechukwu, you will see. If it happened to be Alice in Madeke or Desiane, if it happens to be Desiane, you cannot. You see what is going on in NDDC now is what is going to be happening. But look at NDDC of 80-something billion. But look at the amount of money I am mentioning here, and nobody is talking about it. Nobody is talking about it. They must talk about it. We will make this campaign until they start talking about it the way they are talking about this NDDC. They have to talk about it. Now you see, 200,000 people from Ihala, and that was another lie. That was another lie. So it means that they have gotten, when you calculate these 200,000 people, it means that in Ihala, they are making 19 cents times 200 every day. Calculate it and see how much it is. It means that in Ihala, in this Ihala local government of Anambra State alone, they are making 19 cents times 200,000 children every day they were making from Ihala. And the Ihala don't know about it. Nobody have benefited anything from Ihala. You see the House Committee debunked it. So this is how they have been scamming and looting Nigeria, and nobody is talking about it because the woman is sleeping with the man in Aso Rock. Now, I want to also tell you this. You see, 479 billion released for social intervention within 3-year presidency. And this is another scam. When they are telling you 400 are released, they were spending about $1.8 million every day. Every day. They spend more than what they released. They spend more than what that was released to them. Now you see this. The special advisor to the president on social investment, Miriam Uwaisi, had said the 470.8 billion was released from 2016 to 2018 for the delivery of social investment program across the country, which was another lie. It was another lie because at the end of the day, they ended up spending $1.8 million every day. You see that? $1.8 million every day. So Ihala people that are watching me, you have seen it. You see it that they have, this is exactly what they did to every person, every community, every local government in Nigeria, including in Biafra land. So you were able to hear Ihala here because an Ihala person was involved in the committee. That is why you hear the one of Ihala. If we begin to open all the, the local government and their figures, you will faint like Pandey. You are going to faint. This is what is going on. I'm showing you Ihala because Ihala person happened to be among the committee to have reviewed the number they concocted and bring out to show. You don't know in your local government how many hundreds of thousands they bring out from your local government. You don't know. But Ihala is 200,000. Because Ihala woman was there, and the woman debunked and refuted them immediately in their face that nothing like that happened in Ihala. You see that? Because when we are talking Nigeria, you don't know. You don't know what is. Nigeria is dead. Nigeria breed criminals. You see, now I want to. The four broad programs are in the Empower, Conditional Cash Transfer, National Homegrown School Feeding, and Government Enterprise and Empowerment Program. All these were designed and tailored for them to use to loot Nigeria to dry. Mrs. Owai said this on Thursday in Abuja at a press conference on the progress of the social investment program initiated by the President Muhammadu Buhari administration. She said that from 2000 2016 till date, the federal government budget an annual sum of 500 billion. 500 billion for social investment. However, in 2016, only 79.98 billion was released. You see, there is a difference between approving and released. Now, I want you to listen here. You see, they released 500 billion. The budget 500 billion, and they release 79.8 billion. Now, there is difference between released and approved. Do you understand? There is difference between released and approved. So from this information here, it means that this 500 billion have been approved, and they only release 79.98 billion. And so, where is the remaining from the 500 billion that was budgeted, which probably must have been approved, but they released 79.98 billion. So when you see something like this, you see, you have to be very sound. You have to be very, very sound for you to understand the criminality in these people. You have to, and this is where the professional, my profession comes in. So you need to be very sound for you to understand what is happening here. What is happening here is that 500 billion was budgeted and was released because they did not say and approved, because they did not say this 79.98 was approved. No, they say rather was released. So which means they approved the 500 billion. Now, where is the remaining of the money? Where is the remaining of the money? Where is the remaining of the money? If they did not approve the 500 billion, they should be able to write it boldly that 500 billion was budgeted, so amount was approved, and so amount was released. Did you understand? But now, they did not tell you how much was approved. Rather, they tell you how much that was released. So somebody have pocketed minus 500 billion, minus 79 billion from 500 billion. The remaining one, somebody have pocketed it. Now, let us go further. Similarly, she said 140 billion was released in 2017 and 250.4 billion in 2018. Do you see that? Do you see that now they are releasing money? You see that now in 2017 they released. In 2018 they released. What we don't know now is that are they releasing from the 500 billion? So are they releasing from the 500 billion? Or is there another budget from 2017 and 2018? So if there is no other budget, it means that I was right. That 500 billion was released, was approved. And I arrived at the conclusion that the 500 billion was approved because of the way they presented it here. Do you understand why I say it must be very, very sound for you to understand what is going on here? So now, let us go back. She also revealed that out of the $322 million Abacha recovered loot, which was to be used for the social investment program, only $22 million had been utilized by her office. Now, you see why I said the Abacha loot, even before it arrived Nigeria, they have looted it. Do you see why I said it? Do you see why I said the Abacha loot you see today, before the Abacha loot was repatriated from America to Nigeria, it has already been looted. That is your one Nigeria. That is what. And now they are telling you that before the only $22 million has been used from that Abacha loot. Do you see the people? Do you see why? You see, of course, I understand. If you are benefiting from Nigeria and you are, that is the reason why you are shouting, that one Nigeria, I understand. But what about you? What about you that are living in anticipatory? You are the biggest non-entity. You are the biggest non-entity if you are supporting one Nigeria only on anticipatory basis, that you are anticipating to get the opportunity to steal. If that is the reason why you are supporting one Nigeria, you are the biggest non-entity. You are the biggest nikompu. Believe me, the opportunity may never come. But if you are part of those who are benefiting from the stealing, it is understandable. And that is why we are calling you criminals. That is why we are saying, if you are supporting Nigeria today, you are a criminal. It is either you are already a criminal or you are benefiting from the criminality of other people who are stealing from Nigeria. Because in Biafra, we will not allow you to do that. In Biafra, the system we are going to put in place in Biafra will solve this problem. 50 to 70% of corruption in Biafra, in Biafra land. The system is going to be built on trust, equity, and justice. The constitution of Biafra will be respected and will be enforced. A country that you don't respect the constitution, the country is dead. And Nigeria is an example of it. Nigeria do not respect their constitution because Nigeria is never a country. You first have to, in a country is where you have value. Your value are the same. Your value are the same. In Nigeria, the values are not the same. You don't have the same cultural value. You don't have the same mentality. You don't have the same agenda. You don't have the same policies. The law that apply to people in the north are different from the law that apply to people in the south. It is totally rubbish. And it cannot work. A country where you have quota system, saying that some people are very deficiency, have deficiency in their brain. For that reason, you have a quota system. Why some people are more brilliant, for that reason, they are more hard. Their education, their qualification in them should be more high, in a high standard. It doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. Every country in this world, when you go to the country, everybody is equal. In Nigeria, the structure of Nigeria is designed that people are not equal. How can you continue to be part of this kind of country? For crying out loud. How? How are you what has Nigeria done for you? For you to come out and say you are proud Nigeria. What? Nothing. The only thing Nigeria have done for you is that your family have been opportuned to go into criminal and a fraudulent entity, into business. Having the opportunity to loot the state treasury, having the opportunity to steal, and you make yourself a chief and a honorable man, or an honorable member overnight. Nigeria is only country where people are going into politics and it is their business. When they get voted, they start flourishing. When they lose the vote, they go back to square one. It is only in Nigeria. It is only in Nigeria that somebody will be appointed to serve the people, and he will go and start giving testimony in the church, killing cows, that he has arrived. Nigeria is a country, when they appoint you a commissioner, you will go and start pricing house. You will go and take loan from the bank to buy house even before they swear you in as a commissioner in your state. That will not be tolerated in Biafra. Biafra is going to be... In fact, in Biafra, people will be running away from service because it is going to be completely service-based. It is not, politics is not going to be lucrative in Biafra. Because no place in the world that politics is lucrative. Politics is a place where you come to serve your people. You give service to your people. You get compensated. It is not going to be a business as usual. You go and borrow money and go do campaign. So you come and start paying the money back, looting everything. When they give you money in Biafra, believe me, in fact, Africa will be amazed. The world will be amazed. They know what they know all this. They know all this, and that day is here. It is coming. So let me, I think, again, to confirm to you all what I have been saying. Again, this is a report. Osinbajo reviews federal government school feeding program cost $1.8 million per day. $1.8 million per day. But I'm telling you today, it is $2 million every day. $2 million every day. Every day, $2 million. And I am happy that the committee, they are on this case and they are investigating. Let this case, nobody must keep mute. We have to make it rain on this woman and the entire gang that have looted billions, and they are using our children's name to loot. They are using the people in Biafra land. Like you see the Ihala, 200,000 people, and these people know nothing about it. These people know nothing about it. So we must go on social media, spread this news, let the campaign start. Sadiya, whatever she is called, and her northern criminal gangs, they must come and vomit these billions they have stolen using private school, going into MOU with private schools. They must come and give account and pay the money back before Biafra come. Because Biafra is coming very soon. Biafra is coming very soon. So on this note, I am going to call it a day. And probably because I have not been taking calls for some time now, I will open this line for you to call. The line will be open in 1 minute's time. And I'm going to receive a couple of calls and then I will call it a day. On this note, because of time, and you know this is already very late where I am now. Because of time, I am going to open the telephone line. I'm going to open the telephone line and this will last for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Anybody that is going to call will have only 1 minute to speak. Only 1 minute. So Jocelyn Noah, if you are not sleeping, can we have the number, please? Can we have the number so I can pin it? And of course, those of you, somebody says she should be practicing how to faint. Well, the fainting now is already known. So what will happen? Somebody say he cannot follow my page. I don't know why you cannot follow my page. You have to like the page and click follow. If you are finding it difficult liking the page, or if there is no way you can like the page, I think I have to check the settings. You all check your own settings as well. You'll be able to follow the page and like the page. Also on Twitter, the page is there on Twitter, and then at the same time on YouTube. So if you know you don't follow the page, you may not be getting notification. A lot of people are not getting a notification because they are kicking them out of my page. But if they kick you out, you come back. If they kick you out of the page, you come back. So if Jocelyn Noah is sleeping, can we have somebody to post the number? Post it. Those of you on YouTube, post it on YouTube as well. Because Jocelyn Noah probably is sleeping because it is late here. Thank you very much, Chukwudi Enoch. Chukwudi Enoch, you have posted the number. I'm going to pin it here now. Oh, sorry. Yes, the number is there now. Posted by Chukwuji Enoch posted the number. That is the number to call, and the number on my page has been changed. This number now is there on my page now, and you can get the number directly from the page. On the page. So let us go there and take maybe a few calls. Yes, and Ngozi Joy Anukem, Ngozi Joy Anukem also is our sister. She is a moderator in the Simon Ekpa Information Group. You have to go and join that group as well, because the group is a place where informations that if you want to pass information to us, you can post the information to that Simon Ekpa Information Group. And because a lot of people are sending messages to me, I don't really have the time to go through all the messages. I'm getting like hundreds and hundreds of messages every day. Every day, hundreds of messages, and I cannot read all of them. I cannot read all of them. I try as much as I can to go through the messages. It is not just easy. So this information group is those who want to post something to me. If it is public information, you can post it to this Simon Ekpa Information Group, and then it will be approved by Jocelyn Noah. Jocelyn Noah is a moderator. Jocelyn Noah is a moderator, as well as our sister also is a moderator on that group. Our sister Ngozi Joy Anukem is also a moderator on that group. So you go and join the group, Simon Ekpa Information Group. And the purpose of the group is that if you want to pass any information to us that is public, you can post it to that group and we see it, instead of sending it to my private messages and all that. Of course, there are some information you can send to my private inbox. You know, if it is very, very essential, you can send it to my private to my inbox, and I will see it and react on it. Somebody is calling from South Africa. I think the phone is very, very hot. You can just wait one moment. I have to switch off the phone and on it again, because the phone is very, very hot, and that is it. So the issue is this: if you know that you are still contemplating on whether to support Nigeria or not, believe me, you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. The only choice you have is to support Nigeria disintegration. You don't have a choice. Nigeria can never work. And Nigeria, you have never ever benefited anything from Nigeria, except if your family is part of those who are sharing this money I am mentioning here today. Then, of course, you enjoy it while it lasts. But believe me, if your family is part of those who are looting Nigeria, then enjoy it while it lasts. But if your family, you are not part of those who are looting, and you are just ignorantly supporting one Nigeria, also, it's your choice. But believe me, when you pay the price, I will not be there. Because you are paying the price of one Nigeria. You are paying the price of one Nigeria. The people that are looting, and you are ignorantly supporting them, all their children are here with us. All their children are here with us, enjoying and studying, while you are ignorantly supporting them back there in your wretched communities in Nigeria. So it is time you get sense. And why we are shouting for this Biafra is that a lot of you are misinformed. A lot of you are misinformed. A lot of you are misinformed. Yes, of course. I didn't know this has lasted about 2 hours. Is it like I've been talking about 2 hours or so, 2 hours, 30 minutes or something like that? And I was thinking that I can go like 2 hours, 50 minutes before I go, because of course I am tired as well, because I work from morning and evening. I come and do this, and I have a lot of things to do at home as well. So if the phone is off now, I will on the phone, and I'm going to stay for the next 2-3 minutes or so, and I will call it a day. But in case the phone didn't power, because the phone, believe me, the phone is very hot. If the phone didn't power on, then we will continue tomorrow. And so tomorrow is Friday, and it is going to be our weekend. We're going to have time also to delve into this issue. Remember, this is the one of the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs. And we are coming to make it rain on her until we see the seriousness of the probe, because the probe is not, there is no seriousness in the probe yet. We want to see the momentum of the NDDC. We want to see the momentum the NDDC gathered. We want to see that same momentum on this particular case, or even more, because we are talking about more ×2 of what the NDDC are talking about. We are talking about billions, hundreds of billions of naira, while NDDC is just about 81 billion. Very huge difference. So why is this one not making waves? Is a question. But of course, the only answer to that is because we are talking about Fulanis. About Fulanis. So on this note, I am going to call it a day. Thank you for watching and staying this late with me. Tomorrow is another day. May God bless you. Have a wonderful night. And may God bless Biafra. Good night.